Hi Helen, this is Calvin Cummings. I apologize about the delay of getting you this video. Alright, so here we go. Here's my thoughts. You get this key fob remote that comes with these Toyotas. I'm holding that button until, okay, the door is popped. I'm not doing anything right now. Ramp automatically comes out, okay? And this is just one idea that I have, okay? And just ignore the stuff on the floor. That doesn't, you know, this here will be out of the way. This is just, let's get that out of the way. So, you can walk up and down this ramp. Do whatever you know, scooter, whatever you want to do. You walk up, or you ride up, come in. Now, here is my thoughts. You got these two front seats. My thoughts is you come into this vehicle and you got this nice flat floor from this ramp. And I've met you to where myself, you and I are about the same size. So what I'm going to do is I am going to lift this armrest, and I am going to simply, and picture you being in this middle section sitting in your scooter. You can sit in your scooter. You can swivel your little seat if you want to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk between these two front seats, and I am going to position myself from the inside of the van and just simply sit down in this seat. You can see here my feet are kind of dangling by sitting on this seat. I'm simply gonna swing. I'm gonna lift my legs a little bit. And I got a size 10.5 shoe where, you know, you just squeeze your feet between here, which plenty of space, and then you're ready to drive. Okay, but here's my thoughts too. Okay, so once you're in this position, you're in the seating position, you press this button, your ramp will automatically come up, and your door will automatically shut. Okay, here's another thought that I have too. Let's say that doesn't work in your garage, and you're like, gosh dang it, this just isn't a good idea. I don't want this ramp coming out in my garage. Whatever. All right, now let's just start over. You're on the outside of the van. You got that step right there from the driver's door. Okay? Put this, you know, right now I'm raising, it's probably about a 5-inch raise for my foot to go onto this. I'm using this door handle as a brace, and I'm going to stand up, and then I'm going to sit down. Yes, there is no handle, no driver's side, no handle, but I utilized this as a grip. I utilized the door, but I have another idea. Okay, so where I was going at with, let's say you're in your garage or you're wherever, and you're like, gosh, this won't work for my garage. This won't work. You got this door. And what's beautiful is that this step right here, when you don't want to use the ramp, I've been driving, if you're worried about this van being low to the ground, it's not that low. I've been driving these vans for years. You're not going to bottom out. Everything's fine. It's a lowered floor minivan. They work great. But picture yourself using that handle right there. Look at that beautiful handle. This is what I've been kind of thinking about this whole time. Is not necessarily the ramp. Like you can use the ramp when you want to use it. It'll be there and available for you. But I could see yourself using this side right here with this handle. You grab this handle, you look down, and you can see that I'm making that step. I'm using this handle, and I got plenty of headroom right here. Like, I'm not gonna, you know, I gotta duck a little bit going in, but I'm gonna get up into the van. I'm in, and I'm gonna walk to this spot right here. Into the driver, I'm going to sit down in the driver's seat from the inside, you know, sitting on it from the inside, swing my legs over, boom, you are driving, and getting into that driver's seat is easy, even if you don't want to use the ramp. If you don't want to use the ramp, or you can use this step, or you can use this handle with that step. That's not a big step at all. And I think that, personally, I think this would solve all your problems. That's my thoughts. This is what I've been talking about. This handle, that step, making that transfer from the inside. You got plenty of space right here. Plenty for a scooter, lawnmower, whatever. It's very, very handy for multiple reasons. And getting you the used one that is bright white, 1,500 miles. And I have another idea too, okay? If you're like, gosh, I don't want to squeeze between these seats, Calvin. I don't. I just don't like that idea. Well, I got an idea. These here, okay, let's just get this out of the way. Move something. All right, so, and you know, you'll come up with your own thing. But, okay, I'm going to deploy this ramp. I press that button. This sliding door is opening, and this ramp is going to automatically deploy. I'm going to set the phone down. Hey, Helen. And I'm going to remove this passenger seat. The seat is easily removable. The seat comes out on wheels, where this is just an option. You know, this is something where taking the seat out. All right, check this out. Now you can tell Joe, hey Joe, you know, Joe, you're gonna have to sit back here. Okay, sorry honey, but you're gonna sit here. Or you leave that passenger seat in and you can squeeze between the two front seats. But I mean, look at that. You can either use that ramp walking up. You got this big open space to make that seat, to make that sit, or to, you know what I mean, to make that transition that you know, you and I have been talking about, where this is the ultimate solution versus what we've been speaking about as far as adding equipment into a vehicle that you want to buy. Get one that's from Cummins and from me, and I'll treat you right. But this here will, you know, when I'm standing next to this seat, I am, you know, my knees and my I would say, yeah, so right kind of where my knees bend is where, you know, basically when you go to sit on this seat from the inside, it's gonna be super easy. And when you try to sit on it from the outside, not only do you have that step sticking out, so like when I go to lean on, you know, this, I go to lean onto it. Well, I'm trying to lean onto the seat right now from the outside, and it's just too tall. Okay, sorry, you can kind of see my butt, and it's just too tall from the outside when you go to sit on it from the outside, you know, from this ground height to sit down. And even on regular vans, those regular vans are unmodified. No matter any vehicle, realistically, when you are standing right here and you want to sit onto that seat by walking up to it, turning around and going to sit, like, I'm not even close to like being on that seat. And that is in most cases with any vehicle where you'll need some support to grab, but there's no support. In this case, you make that transition using that step from the outside if you want to, because when I stand on that step and I go to sit on that, yes, I'll be flush. But you know, it's kind of awkward standing on this, turning, and just I wouldn't do it like that. I would just leave that door shut, grab this handle, use it as a brake. This thing is solid. It's solid. Boom, boom, bunch of space. I'm not really ducking that much, you know. I'm actually like almost standing all the way up. All right, I hope this helps as far as giving you a good idea on what these are like. And I apologize about the time for me to get this to you. I got sidetracked. Helen, I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Hopefully this helps.